Welcome to another episode of Watch Me Do Family History with Chris Knudsen. I love doing family history, and today we are going to look at um, descendancy work. We're going to go up to one of my ancestors and come down his line looking for um, children who don't have spouses and see if we can find the spouse of any of those children. If you have any, if you see something I miss, go ahead and put a comment in the comment section below. Or if you would like me to help you with your family history, copy and paste one of your the ID number of one of your ancestors into the comments below, and I will do a video doing research on that line of yours. Let's get started. Okay, so today I have picked my ancestor, Edward Thomas Broughton, and we are looking at the descendancy view of Edward Thomas Broughton, married to Mary Elizabeth Douglas. And so what we're looking for are people who don't have very much information and don't have a spouse. So I've already researched Edward Broughton. He lived a pretty full life, and it looked like he did not get married. Continuing on, Robert Milton Gaunt, we can research him. Linda Broughton, we could research her. Emily Douglas Broughton, we could research her. This is looks like a baby boy that died the same year they were born, probably on the same day. No more research is required for that one. Irma Broughton, we definitely can research her. And William Broughton. Yeah, I like seeing people that don't have a death date. That means that they haven't been fully researched out yet. Let's start here at the very bottom with William Broughton. And we'll click on that. Right click, open a link in a new tab. And here we are with William Broughton. He was born in 1907 in Texas. No death date. He was living in 1910, 1920, and 1930 in Tyler, Texas, Smith County. No spouse. Parents were Edward Thomas Broughton and Laura White, and lots of siblings. Okay, so we want to find his spouse. The very first thing I would do, well, let's go ahead and look at the sources. William James Broughton death certificate, or birth certificate, that's good. So that's how we have the birth date. Now he's got a middle name, we should go ahead and add that. William James Broughton. So let's go ahead and edit his first name. William James. And we're going to click Save. Okay, so we've got a birth, we've got 3 census records from 1910, 1920, 1930. And even in the 1930 census, he only would have been 23, still living with his parents. So we want to find like a 1940 census or a death record for William James Broughton to help us see whether or not he got married. I like the search algorithm for Ancestry better than Family Search, so we're going to click on Ancestry first. And here we have Texas U.S. birth certificates. Let's click on that. That looks like the one we already have attached. And let's see if we have any records that might be, yeah, lots of records. There's a U.S. Find a Grave record, William James Broughton. So we've got his tombstone here. We've got birth date, Tyler, Texas. Death date, what cemetery. It says there's no bio, but there's a father listed, Edward T. Broughton and Laura Broughton, and a spouse, Opal Virginia Broughton. So here we've probably found the spouse, because that's his parents, Edward and Laura. Opal Virginia Broughton. So that was pretty fast. So we already found the spouse. Let's go ahead and go back to William. And now that we know that there's a spouse, let's see if we can find a record in Family Search. That way we don't have to type in all that information. When you attach records on Family Search, it auto-populates those things. So William James Broughton, find a grave. We're going to click on that. And over here it has the record. It's attached to family tree. So we've got a birth date, 4th of March 1908, and a death date. So we're gonna add his full birth date and attach. So if we look at the record, we've got the birth date, 4th of March 1908. So we're going to go back to this other tab, 4th of March 1908. So I'm going to click Edit, and we're going to change it to 4 March. And it's okay to just put in abbreviations because you come down here and have to click on the calendar date anyway, and that brings up the full date. And where was he born? And why do we just have Texas? Tyler, Smith County, Texas was his birthplace. So let's put that in. Tyler, Smith, Texas. And we'll click Save. Okay, so the Family Search version of Find a Grave did not list the spouse. Again, the spouse is Opal, Virginia. So let's do another Family Search search. See if we can find his wife in another record. Okay, so here we have a 1940 census. Let's see if she's on there. Opal, there we go. So now we click Attach to Family Tree. And residence, 1940 and 1935. We're going to click Attach. And we're going to add Opal. And because she's born in 1919, I'm going to assume she's deceased, and I'm going to go find her death records. So I think she's deceased because she's old, but we'll have to go and find her actual death record. If not, I will change it back to living. And click Attach. Okay, so now we've got Opal Broughton, and we see that she was born about 12 years after William. Let's see if we can find her parents. Click refresh and see if there's any record hints. Yeah, there we go. Let's get all these in first. So here's a birth record of one of their kids. Okay, we've got the maiden name now, Opal Patterson. So birth record of their daughter, Barbara. I am not going to add this child yet because she's probably living. But now that we have Opal Patterson, let's go ahead and go to Opal and change her last name, put in her maiden name. So now we have her maiden name, her birth date, and we could probably find her living in Texas in a 1920 census. Okay, here's a Opal Virginia Patterson. This looks like a marriage record. There we are. Let's go ahead and attach this. So now we can add her middle name as well. We got married in 1937. Okay, so we're going to go back to Opal and change her middle name to Virginia. So I'm going to click Edit. Virginia. I think we actually had that in the Find a Grave record. Okay, let's click Refresh. See if that brings up any other record hints. It does not. Okay, let's see if we can find Opal Virginia Patterson living with her parents. So we've got Opal Virginia Patterson, another birth record. Oh, here she is in the Find a Grave. Here she is in a 1920 census. Let's add her death date just to get this done. And was buried in Tyler, Texas. So she is dead, 1989, so we assumed correctly. Okay. I'm just going back to do a family search. So let's get this birth record also added. Here we go. Here's her birth date. 15th of August, 1917. Opal Virginia Patterson. Opal Virginia Patterson. And having all three names pretty much confirms that this is the right Opal. So we're going to change her birth date to 15th of August. Van Zandt. Let's see if we can do that. 15th of August. What year was that? 1917. So 15 August 1917. And the birthplace is Van Zandt. So that's a county. Van Zandt, Texas. Unless it's a village. Let's just assume it's the county for now. Or should we look in the record? No, there's not. It's hard to tell whether that's a county or a place. And there's both. There's a Van Zandt County and there's a Van Zandt Place. Let's just go with the county for now. Click Save. And let's go back and attach her parents, Homer Julius Patterson. There we go. So we know, this is why I like to do the parents. I try to find the parents because a lot of times they already exist in the tree. And he's married to Homer Julius Patterson. Homer Julius Patterson, married to Eva M. Patterson. Eva M. Patterson. So he's already on the tree. And we're going to click Select and Attach. And she is also on the tree, so we're going to click Select. But she's listed without her maiden name, so maybe we have a little bit more information than they did. And Attach. And let's add Opal. And Attach. Good. Okay, so now if we go to click on, well, let's go back to Opal and refresh. Let's see if we're more closely related to Opal. Yes. So we are related. Excuse me. I'm related to Opal. I'm her 10th cousin twice removed. I'm also related to her husband through my wife's line. Let's go back to her husband. Yeah. Okay, so we have her death. Let's go ahead and add this death record. She died in Smith County, Texas. So we can add that as a death place. So I'm going to go back here and edit death. Place, Smith, Texas. And let's go ahead and add, I'm going to close this tab. Let's go ahead and add in the 1930 census. So somebody had already attached the census to the parents, but not the children, because they didn't know if they were dead or not yet. So I'm not going to add her siblings. Somebody else can come in and do that, just because they might not be dead yet. Okay, so we were able to discover Opal Virginia Patterson. She was already on the tree, but did not have a spouse listed. And because she is born after 1912, I would need to get permission to do her temple work. But this will be able to be done in 5 years, in August of 2027. So, but we've completed that spouse. And now we know William James Broughton did get married to Opal. Here, let's refresh this. William James Broughton did get married to Opal Virginia Patterson. And I'm related to both of these, but more related to Opal. Okay, so there's lots more work to do, but we'll go ahead and stop there. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit the subscribe button to my channel, Watch Me Do Family History, and you'll see more videos like this to help you learn how to do family history yourself. If you would like help on your family tree, just click on any of your ancestors and copy the ID number. So the ID number is this here. If you just copy that number and paste it onto a comment on this video, then I will do a video and do some searching on that on your family tree using that ancestor. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.